What's up guys, I'm back again with another video, and this time I'll be showing off some replays I had of playing the branded Centur-Ion synchro deck that I showed off in my video yesterday. I wanted to play this because I actually think it has some potential in like competitive viability. So I have like the same list as I showed off in the last video. So we open up Cartesia, Oath, Druid, Sarner, Primera, opponent. It's playing Melodious, but they don't actually have a starter. They have one of their like key combo pieces, but not much else. Okay, so I normal summon Cartesia here. They use the effect, which I probably shouldn't have done, or like I should have went Oath, so I can try to do the Centur-Ion plays first. But what was that? Whatever. Drawing the Primera here kind of sucks because the Oath is a lot worse because the Primera is a one of. So I go Ganganol, Saronir, my opponent Valor's a Ganganol. I think I want to send. I forget that I'm resolving Saronir, not Ganganol, so I just send Lubellion. Jerusalem, the Saronir. Summon over Lubellion, Lubellion effect. It resolves, which is actually kind of shocking. I feel like I would try to Valor that as soon as I can, because Regain is a really good card. Then I link off for SP. SP effect to banish. Put back, get a draw Ball Drake. Opponent draws, doesn't really matter. Oh yeah, and I also lose life. So I just set this as a bluff. So here, I had two different interruptions. I had the SP and the Granganol, which is good. I have Cartesia add back, which I'm not sure if I remember this. I know there's a game I forget, and then drawing the Ball Drake is pretty solid. We do play a bunch of non-engine in this, so there's 17, including Bestios that went through 2, so that's 15 in 35. I don't know the math of that on the top of my hand, but it's pretty decent. And then end phase we go add back Cartesia. So as you see here, as I could have used this Oath to extend into the entire Centur-Ion package, and I still could have tried that anyway. With my opponent's hand shots, it was not likely to actually resolve, which, to be fair, I didn't actually know. But this is why you may be interested in like increasing the count of these cards, so you make Oath like not as bad as it is here when you draw the Primera, or just increasing the deck count in general. This is only 41. So opponent draws another brick, so this is kind of like a non-game pretty much. Overlays for Typhon, and go for Regain, bring back the Juris. Battle, attacks over SP. Then just passes. I draw the Gargoyle, which is like fine, I guess. Go normal Cartesia, make this Pater. Jerusalem effect descend, and my opponent scoops. Which I didn't have game, but it's going to be very hard to deal with it. This Pater regardless on top deck mode. So then my opponent goes activate first movement solo. My hand's pretty good with double Bestial and Nibiru in hand. And stand up is going to actually be really good this game, as we'll see in a little bit. So go normal summon refrain effect to search, add couplet. Couplet effect. Add concerto. Concerto, fuse the scales off into Shuabeta. Or no, Baka. I always mix up the names. Effect to summon from deck and play scales. Summon Soprano. Soprano fuses those two, or all three, into this guy, the Flowering Etol. And then here, what I should have done is when they go Baka, target this. I should have Bestialed that because it prevents him from getting to Shuberta. So like stopping that would be like really solid. But I think I just end up Bestialing the other two things he targets, which is like fine, but it's like not as good. So I Saronir that because I don't want him having the protection. Then he goes Refrain effect in the scale to send a guy because he doesn't have this on field, so he can actually activate that. And then he summons this effect, add back this, but then I go Changerous on that. And then go Soprano the Fuse again, make Schuberta. And then he does a play where he banishes the cards from graveyard with Schuberta, so I don't have light or darks. Because my opponent's planning to do is, honestly, I don't even know why they didn't Prosperity either. That was like really weird. I don't know why they wouldn't have done that. Okay, but what they're gonna do is they're gonna trap check for DDG, so they don't want me to have the Land Darks in graveyard, and also they're bouncing back to Bestial. So they're just trying to make my Bestials not live at all. So summon these back, pass, draw. It goes draw phase, trap check. I was feeling really good when I drew the Cosmic, just in case like my opponent had like continuous Floodgate, but no, they just have trap check for DDG. Go man, think here. I just go normal all bass because I didn't flip the DDG yet, so I can pitch the Nibiru to get a Light Engrave. So then they chain Flowering Tall and then Schuberta on the Nibiru. And here I chained the Druid's Worm, which at first it was a misplay because like he could just banish balls, bounce back balls, but it actually helped me OTK him later because I actually do OTK him this game through DDG and bouncing back both cards even after I use the Druid's Worm, which is kind of insane. So banish, banish, bounce back, and then here I go activate stand up. Opponent flips DDG. I'm like, alright, I drew this Cosmic, I can just pitch that. Place Trudea. Trudea effect, special, effect put back. Put down the Primera. Primera effect. This allows me to switch the Gargoyle. And here, I can do a really cool play where I go Gargoyle effect. I can send the Trudea because it's a trap. It'll go to graveyard. So I can special that out. So now I have a dark for the, not Druid's Worm, I already used that this turn. For the Sarnier. So I can banish that. And I can sync off for Dissipator. And I can summon back his guy because it doesn't have any summoning restrictions. So I can just take that and have an extra interruption as well. And just go battle for game. So that was a pretty quick one. And like, playing through DDG feels kind of nice and killing the opponent. But to be fair, things could have been different if they actually went like Prosperity for. Oh wait, now I remember why they didn't do that because they went Concerto draw. Yeah. Okay, I feel like I would have still done Prosperity, so I feel like that was a misplay on their end. Go on to the next match. Okay, this is like, I don't know what this deck was. I think it was some kind of like, it wasn't Furniture Labyrinth. It was like a Runic Labyrinth. With like, yeah, Demise, Pod Duality, and shit. So, my hand's also like pretty good again. Having stand up to pitch these like Light and Darks for the Bestials is so good. My opponent doesn't have hand traps. Send that. Sarnier. There's the Macaria effect, switch Cartesia. And because I have Sarnier here, I can go Sarnier effect after making the Dissipator to send Bestial Aliber so I can summon the Cartesia. And I decide to be greedy into Nibiru because I have the stand-up in hand and Bestial, so I'm likely going to be able to, like, still continue. So I go Cartesia effects, he's off, make Vanganol, decide to send Nubelion, which going in blind, I kind of want to have, like, Regained online because it's going to be really solid. If I knew what I was playing against, I would have definitely just sent Albion, because Albion could go end phase set Brand in red. Which, even though I'm not playing like Brand Fusion High Spirits, I still play in red, because the Garden Chimera play just feels like too strong. And also Quem's a Despia, so you can use it like that. So I go Tribute over Dissipator, summon the Belion, stand-up effect. I decide to discard Drisp, because I want to hold that Veiler in hand. Because I realized I didn't need the Jerusalem to help me make Seal. So I go Trudea, Primera effect. Search Gargoyle. And then I go Gargoyle, send Field Spell, because these four Centur-Ion cards and Oath are the only ones I play. So I'm gonna send that. I can sync off with the Primera and the Granganol for Auxilla. Auxilla to search another stand-up. I guess this card's activation is not once per turn. So I can just activate it again. And then I can turn these cards into Seal. Because Gargoyle is actually a dragon. Like, this card's a dragon. So that's pretty insane. So then I go end phase, and then I go place the Primera and pass. So, even though I'm actually out of Centur-Ion cards at this point with stand-up, when I do go Summer Primera, I can use the effect to search the third stand-up to act as a discard for when I go, like, Seal, Summon Albaz and stuff. And I have a Calamity lock on live, and Regain to summon Dissipator. So, I have, like, a bunch of layered interruptions, including, like, still holding this Veiler in hand. But, yeah. Opponent starts up with Tip. There's a really solid top deck, as it allows him to just not get Calamities or like Blazard. I think from the information I gathered, like when he went Duality, I think I was gonna, yeah, as soon as he did this, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna try to go make Blazer as fast as possible. Well, I mean, he has Flashing Fire, but I don't see how I like baiting anything with it. He goes Banish, Trap Trick, put back Shift to Duality. Go Primera, stand up. Here he decides to Flashing Fire. I'm pretty sure he could have just waited, or I guess you do it here because I can summon the Crimson and I can just wait. So he either sets the card, and then I can just go activate Crimson in end phase special, or if he holds it, I can like. I'm probably just waiting for him to pass, and then I go like draw phase target. But that just leaves me with a 0/0 body on the field. Instead of like the Trudea. Okay, then he goes set. I almost forgot to add the stand up there. It's Card of Demise, and I feel bad because I don't have Ash in this list so far. And then has to pitch 2. And then Auxilla effect to place the Primera again to try to threaten the Calamities. So I go summon Primera, I go stand up. Might as well just like activate this to get the synchro play. He has Karma Cannon, which is unfortunate because it's just gonna out my Seal for free because I didn't really have any. I guess I could have just like tagged into Magnemite because I still had that. So I could have, yeah, I should have done that. I should like bounce back like regained, because if he does like summon back this Lovely, he's definitely going to want to get rid of this because of just how strong the grind is. So yeah, I guess that's like another misplay I made. So I flipped these two up, think here for a while, then I go use Strider Dragon. I think Strider Dragon is also like really. I did not think this through with how little branded spell traps in here. I don't have Retribution, High Spirits, or anything like that. So my only targets are actually just the one Albaz in red. It does not feel great. I've never played a branded synchro build that's run so little branded cards, which I think I might increase as I try and evolve this deck. I don't know if it would be optimal because this build's already felt fine. Like, just this alone, like with the Centurion cards, this felt good. But maybe increasing the deck count and playing stuff like Ash. Maybe this is like a 60 card deck, and I just somehow got it down to 41. But I gotta like math it out and stuff. Okay, so then I go battle. Goes Welcome. I go Regained. Summon the Dissipator. And then go Dissipator attack. He has another Karma Cannon. Fortunately, I didn't have anything I could chain. So I was trying to think if I still had a target for Oath, but the only card I have is actually just Stand Up. So yeah. And I also don't have any like other things I can place from the deck. Because I went through Gargoyle, I've went through Trudea, Mara's still on the field. So it's like, yeah. And then Lovely, I mean, not Lovely Lady. And, I mean, I guess I could chain Dissipator to put back a card. There's not really a point. I I don't know how this works. I don't know if I like chain dissipator here. Oh, I know. Never mind. I was thinking like it gets flipped face down and like what happens to it, but that doesn't work because dissipator resolve first, then karma cannon. So the lovely wouldn't be the lady. Sorry, I keep messing up the name. Wouldn't be destroyed. So I'm pretty sure I can't flip these hub here. Maybe someone can like comment it down below. I was just looking it up. Actually, I whatever. But I'm pretty sure I'm not right on this. But it's like very confusing because I know like with like the Pac-Man monsters like Desla like it has a soft once per a hard one technically a hard once per turn that flips summon effect to like draw a card. But I'm pretty sure that's where I first heard like you flip summing it up multiple times. But I don't know how it works, so like comment it down below or I'll just like find it out myself or whatever. So then he goes and phase trap trick for big welcome, bounce back. So now I'm just getting rolled an advantage. Well, I mean not yet, but I'm about to on the next turn. He goes pop, regained, sucks. He summons the lovely. I mean this lady. My God, I could have triggered the Granganol to summon, but my board was so full that like it didn't feel worth it. I thought it was just gonna get cleared. And I didn't have any way to trigger it, since there's no way my opponent's triggering it. So yeah, this card is still IDP. And they have the simultaneous equation cannon. This card's sick. Just being able to banish all cards your opponent controls. I don't think I actually ever saw this card in the match. Okay, he goes start battle, it goes big welcome, bounce the dissipator, lovely effect, pop up Auxilla, and they just beat over the other two. So like he just outed all my cards and I got pretty much nothing since this card's dead, this card's dead, this card's dead, these cards do nothing. I mean yeah, but I just scoop at that point because I just realized if I do Veiler it's not really gonna matter. I can't really play through stuff. So I decided to go first again. My hand is fine again. Just these Centur-Ion cards just allow you to play through hand traps a lot better, especially in a format where Ogre's not popular. And then my opponent has Shifter in hand, which kind of sucks, but I think I need to think through this again because I was thinking at the first I think there was a way for me to maybe set up a Calamity lock instead of what I actually did. So my opponent sets up Shifter. I go regain 1, Macaria 2, Macaria effect, search, Cartesia for follow up. And then put back, draw. Let me think. So like stand ups to send, which I can't really exactly do. Because the play I actually do here is I go Jerusalem banish Shifter, make Dissipator, summon back the Jerusalem pass. So I have like that negate. Like if my opponent summons Oriana. But seems like I never saw the Oriana. It might be in the list, but I don't know. Because I can go Oath. Actually, I don't think I can get it because I think I realized I couldn't get the Primera rotation. Like I could make Auxilla. I could get the 8 placed, or like I can go Trudea effect, place Gargoyle, special Gargoyle, and then synchro off, and like add Primera, but then I can't like get it into play since Auxilla only plays this from Grave and Banish, so yeah, okay. Now I realized I couldn't do that. Unfortunately, stand-ups is send, so I can't use that because then I would be able to do. I should be able to do it, but then I can't. Because I can still like activate it, so I just go, yeah, I just do the play I said. And I set the Oath again as a bluff. Then my opponent goes set Trap Trick, set Equation Cannon, Skill Drain, Strike, Pass. I draw Cosmic, which is an insane draw. I go the first Dissipator effect, summon back Quem. Lets it resolve, doesn't try the Skill Drain. Quem effect. Send Bistio Oliver just so I can like special the Cartesia. I turn these into Little Knight, and I go Little Knight effect, target, And then I use Quem as well. Yeah. On the Bestial Aliber, so I can special that back in Cartasia. My plan was to fuse those off into Albion, and I can banish that in Jerusalem to summon Furious to try to pop more back row. Unfortunately, the back row I targeted here was the skill drain. If it was literally any one of the other ones, it would have been like a lot better, because then I can just chain Cosmic on skill drain, because he does flip it here, and then I have to Cosmic that, and then that gets banished. Reborn Aliber. Cartasia, affect the special summon. Yeah. Cartasia, affect the fuse. Make Albion. He strikes Albion for some reason, instead of striking like Cartasia, which is really weird. Because now I just have this engraved for like Branded in red, which is like busted for me, because I have the Mr. Aliber as a target. Then I go stand up. Stand up effect for Judea. Primera. This gets repetitive, doesn't it? Primera. Touch Gargoyle. Gargoyle send stand up. And he thinks here. He just trap check, so he can stop me from going for the play. Which is very unfortunate. I'm annoyed that I never got a summon Crimson Dragon with these cards. But even still, just like the plays it provides have been just so good. With just one stand up and just summoning a guy. So then go Lady, and then he goes Karma Cannon, and then I go SP on Quem and itself. Quem and itself. Banish those, so now he doesn't get a set trap. And now we have the Gargoyle and the Primera set, and man, Cartasia add itself back. Albion for in red. And then I summon back the banished guys. I could have gone in red at end phase to like, because the regain was always going to be live to draw. I don't think I used this turn yet. So then he draws Curse, and then I go target in red target. Then I go fuse off, and then I can use the regained to put back the Primera, which is really good. Then going Primera, and then he scoops. Which honestly, he had Curse to stop it, but I don't think he knows how to do math with the equation cannon. Or he just didn't have the number for it. I don't know. I don't know the lines with that. I can't do math. And he reveals the Karma Cannon here by accident, which, honestly, I don't think I could ever do that. And then just shuts everything besides the other IDP. Just once per turn. Draw Magnemite. And here I go Cartasia Prio, and then just fuse off with the Veiler. I don't say Prio, but I just activate the effect immediately. Then I go Summon Granganol effect. I go here, the Centur-Ion. Because I could do that, or I could, like, send Albion from extra deck. To try to potentially get in red live. But I just decide I want to force, like, something like a Karma Cannon, like, early. And, like, see if he's, like, bad, and tries to Karma Cannon, like, before Lubellion for no reason. So that I contribute over the Bestial for Lubellion, because that is a play you can do. That is legal. And then Banish Railer, Magnemite effect, Field. My opponent's just think. It's good. I think here, then I decide I'm going to usually Bestial first, before trying to make an SP. Because if he does have Karma Cannon, I kind of want it to stick around and make it harder for him to out. So I go make SP effect, hit the second back row, which is Karma Cannon, which I'm pretty sure he just chains. So now I just get a chain SP. Now I got that around, which I mean it shouldn't be too hard for him now because he is welcome. He can just summon Lady and beat over it. And I could go stand up, effect pitch. Unfortunately, he has destruction, so he can use it to stop it. Which really does suck. I mean, he still had IDP, which could have done something. He could have, like, taken a dragon and then banished, like, Gargoyle or Auxilla, which could have been solid. So that still ends my turn. And then end main, I return the cards, and then I don't have anything else, right? Yeah, I don't. I have Magnemite. Yeah, I can resolve Magnemite. I just grab another Druisworm. I was like really fearing Skildry in this game, but I didn't really have any like ways to like deal with it besides like try to make Seal. Battle, he goes attack, take damage, dies, and then he goes set the second IDP and welcome pass. I draw Cosmic. I'm pretty sure here I decided I wanted to early Cosmic to force something out. Because I was like pretty sure he didn't have Skill Drain. So that's what I decided to do. I just go Cosmic, hit a random back row. Because I wanted to make my Lubellion play safe. So I got some Lubellion. He thinks here. I don't know why he let this resolve again. Just giving me regained. He could just easily IDP, take my Magnemite, banish. But even when he does IDP, he decides to take Druis for some reason, despite me having another in hand. So yeah, I go Druis. I go target SP because I want to put that back in my deck. Or put back an extra. Regain effect. Get the draw. Draw Emblem Oath, which this is probably this is the best draw I could have had. This card was insane. So then he goes Druis. Chain, which I also misplayed here because I should have just chained Oath. Because now I'm pretty much have to get rid of his stuff or like... Did he welcome this turn? Oh no, he welcomed last turn. Never mind. I was getting confused. And now he decides to banish the cards for some reason. And because IDP did summon a monster... Yeah, it says if. Yeah, if. Okay, so it was summoned. So I should be able to trigger this to summon Magnemite here, Magnemite effect on here. And then I activate Oath. Poet had one... Actually, this was... I'm pretty sure this backward was the unknown. Yeah, it was the unknown. But he's already used it, so it doesn't do anything. So I just go Oath for Judea effect. For Primera effect. At stand up. And then I go Synchro here for Dissipator effect. Actually didn't realize this here. What does this say? Oh, this is any... Oh, okay. Well, I guess I just... Well, that sucks. Okay, so I had to make Centur-Ions. So I actually had to go add Gargoyle, make Auxilla, and do that. Which does actually kind of change everything. Because the Trudea's in the spell trap. Yeah, that does actually change a lot. Then, okay. Let's try to think of what else I could have done here without cheating. Because I had to special Centurions from extra. So I could go Oath place Primera. Wait, no. I can't go place Primera. Okay, I could do the same play, except instead of adding stand up, I can go add Gargoyle. Gargoyle affects Centurion. Yeah. Because it just says while I control the card. Okay. So we can just do that. I don't get the all baz, but I can just try. My plan is just to get rid of the back row. Like, I also just have Dissipator to beat over Lady. Okay, so just saying it again. I go for Oath. I place Trudea, and then place Primera with Trudea, special Primera, and then add Gargoyle. Gargoyle effect can send the Trudea, and now it removes the Oath lock. Because it only lasts for the rest of the turn while I control that card, which was the Trudea. And yeah, and then the opponent just leaves. Okay, so I wouldn't have the card in hand for the stand-up. Or I mean, for the all-baz pitch. So I'd have to play a bit differently. But I'd still be able to, like, get over the Lady which is like the main goal. I don't think I was ever OTKing. I was just gonna try to banish the big welcome, and yeah. Okay, so that was it for the replays. I think this deck is very strong, but I still think I can definitely improve this list to like not have mishaps happen where I like have Oath Primera in hand and that's just being really bad. So I either up the deck count or I can just play more Centur-Ion cards, which I probably just up the deck count to like play more branded cards, I think. But I don't think I can run High Spirits, unfortunately, just because the extra's so tight. Okay, so again, make sure to like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.